Did you get ready in the dark or something? 'Cause you look like a beautiful nightmare.
Why, hello, my little lovely Halloween goers. How are you? I'm feeling very pink today. I'm just kidding. This is just my apartment. I don't typically like to immerse myself in like normal light bulbs. So my apartment is filled with pink and red and Christmas lights and light bulbs that change colors. I do have a very, very, very bright studio light for when I'm cleaning or like I'm really doing something where I need that light. But I'm kind of like, you know what? This is tarot. This is a very magical time of year, and I'm okay with my video looking like this. So if you're not really vibing with it, I'm so sorry, but I really like it. Also, maybe some of you have noticed that I look very different. I have my hair pulled back, and I'm really enjoying it, okay? Like, I'm really enjoying this, like, you know, I got like my little ravens, crow, wing sweater on. So this is a very special Halloween tarot reading, okay? This video might be a little bit longer than most of my videos, simply because I am going to be doing something a little bit different, a little bit special. I do love Halloween. Halloween is actually my favorite holiday. Fall is my favorite season, and you know, surprisingly enough, I mean, fall has always been my favorite season since I can remember. And when I started like getting into astrology and reading my birth chart, I realized that I only have 3 like signs. Well, okay, our birth charts are composed of all the zodiac signs, okay? We actually have every single zodiac sign in our birth chart. But if we're looking at the planets, okay, all of the zodiac planets are divided up into 3 different signs, okay, for me, okay? So all of the planets that I have, yeah, I have a changing light bulb above me. It goes from like blue to pink to red, so that's why like the colors keep changing. But all of the planets for my birthday are only in 3 signs. So I have Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius, and all 3 of those signs are composed in the autumn season, okay? So I am like through and through an autumn baby, okay? But what I wanted to say, this is just like, I just really vibe really well in this time of year. I love the style, I love the colors, and I know that Christmas is not autumn, Christmas is winter, but I love Christmas. Like, I keep Christmas stuff up all year round. And when I say Christmas stuff, I just mean Christmas lights. I don't keep anything else Christmassy in my apartment. Only Christmas lights, because I love Christmas lights. But anyway, so this is going to be a very special Halloween reading, okay? So it's going to be based on the full moon in Aries that's going to be happening October 19th, okay? And it's called the Warrior's Moon. And, you know, we're going to have a little bit of a story time, okay? So if you want to get around to the tarot reading and the oracle reading, you know, you could skip ahead if you want, but if you really want to understand what this reading is going to be about and what it is we're really going to dive into, then I suggest hanging around for this little portion that I'm going to read. It's only a page and a half. I know you people don't read anymore, and the things that you do read is probably on the internet, okay? It's probably just like little things here or there. It's probably like 10-letter sentences on Facebook. I know I'm being a bitch, but you know, like, I'm just like in that mood right now. So it must be like the slicked back hair. Feeling extra pretentious. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if you, I'm sure that there are people watching this channel who do like to read and who still read books, so that's awesome. You know, I mean, I did graduate from college with a degree in creative writing, so I love to write, and you know, to me, books are important, reading is important, okay? It opens you up to so many different worlds and different ways of thinking and different ways of perceiving things, and doesn't keep you stuck in just like a narrow frame of mind, doesn't keep you stuck. There's so many amazing books out there, whether you want to choose philosophy or psychology, you can learn about anything, and it's so important as human beings for us to grow and to evolve and to continue like expanding who we are and how we view the world, you know, and to like learn about ourselves, to learn about others, because the more we are able to learn about like different topics and different things, like the more we really start to understand things that maybe we judged before, or to, you know, open ourselves up to like other parts of life and reality that we never even thought, you know, existed, or we never thought, you know, we could even fathom what it's like to be part of that reality. There are billions and billions of people that exist in this world who have different kinds of experiences and who experience different kinds of realities, and you really, like, you know, we're so caught up in our own reality, we forget, like, oh my God, consciousness and the amount of people in the world who are just like experiencing something completely different than you're experiencing, but yet somehow they were given the ability to handle it in their own way. And you're just like, you know, and like when you open yourself up to that, you're just like, you know, it's very mind-blowing. It's very mind-blowing. So definitely encourage everybody to pick up a book every once in a while, okay? So before I get into your reading, we're going to find out who I'm talking to. So I haven't actually done one of these types of readings in a really long time, where I kind of like shuffle some cards and I pick the zodiac signs as I go and as I film. So that's why this is going to be a special reading. These videos probably are going to be a little bit longer than usual, but hopefully you stick around because you know, it's Halloween, and why not? And this is the Warrior's Moon, and I promise you this is actually very, very interesting. The Warrior's Moon, the full moon in Aries, it's going to be in Aries, and it's going to be October 19th. So this video is being released, you're watching it probably on October 19th, but this is also like a Halloween reading. So it's the full moon in Aries, but it's up through the end of October, okay, up until Halloween. So who do we have here? Okay, we have Capricorn, the devil. So I just had like one little tarot deck over here where I was shuffling all the major arcana cards for the zodiac signs. So we are starting out with Capricorn, and I love that we're starting out with Capricorn. I love that this devil card came out, because what better way to start Halloween, okay? So you guys are the first ones, Capricorn. First ones I'm doing this reading for. I love this deck. It's called Deviant Moon Tarot, but I'm actually not going to be doing your tarot reading with this deck. I'm only using this deck to pull the zodiac cards for the actual videos. So I'm actually going to be using Murder of Crows Tarot, which is a very, very cool deck as well. Okay, and I'm going to be using the Pagan Cats Mini just for clarifiers, okay, just to kind of get a little bit deeper into the story, if you will, okay? So I do love this devil, though. This is like literally one of my favorite devil cards of all the tarot decks that I own. He's so cool. He's just like prancing around on Earth, and I mean, what better way to bring in Halloween, right? The souls are coming, you know what I mean? Like, souls are coming out to bring like remembrance, you know, to the dead and to the other side and to the parts of life that we ignore and the spirit realm and the things that we don't see that are hidden but that are very much there, okay? And they want to come out and play. Okay, they want to come out and play. They want you to remember that they exist, that they matter. The demons, the spirits, the ghosts, okay? They want you to remember. They want you to remember that they also exist and that they also matter, okay? It doesn't matter if they're good spirits or bad spirits, okay? They are spirits. They exist in the hidden realms, and they are here to come out and play. Okay, so we're going to take a look and we're going to read to see exactly what it says for this. This is a very cool book, okay? It's called Moon Phase Astrology. Every single moon phase, from the new moon to the full moon to the first quarter to the last quarter to the waning to the waxing, from the gibbous to the crescent. Okay, every single moon phase and every single zodiac sign for every single moon phase is found in this book with a specific description and a very specific story for that moon phase, okay? Now, before I read this little segment in this book, so you know exactly what it is we're talking about and you can get an idea of what the reading, the tarot reading, is going to be about, I don't want to tell you yet because that's just going to spoil the surprise. So I do just want to quickly take a look to see where this full moon is transiting in your house, okay? Or like what house is Now I'm sure I can just like, you know, use my math skills to figure it out. I'm sure it wouldn't be that hard, but this is just so much easier. Okay, so the full moon in Aries is going to be in your 4th house, Capricorn. Now this is if you're a Capricorn rising. You can still watch this video. There might still be things that resonate. You can watch this video if you're a Capricorn sun, moon, or rising. But for those who are Capricorn rising, so you can still watch this video and watch your rising sign video. But if you are a Capricorn rising, this full moon in Aries is going to be in your 4th house, okay? So that could be significant to you from October 19th until the end of the month. The 4th house, the 4th house is very significant to your home life, your home roots, you know, how you experienced growing up, like when you were younger, how you experienced your mother, predominantly your mother, okay? 4th house is very mother, very much connected to the mother. So, and the moon is actually rules Cancer, and Cancer rules the 4th house. So the fact that the full moon is happening in your 4th house, is very interesting, okay? So there could definitely be some kind of like memories or some kind of like, we're gonna see, okay? There could be some kind of like deeper emotions rooted within the home life in regards to maybe something that you had to like battle out when you were a kid, or something that you like needed to, something that maybe you couldn't fight when you were younger but wanted to. But I'm just going to stop right there, and I'm just going to let the cards do the talking when we get into the actual reading, okay? Now, the reason why we're talking about battling and fighting, I'm going to let you know just in a second, because the full moon in Aries is a warrior's moon, okay? Now, I'm going to read this description and just kind of like break it down for you. The full moon in Aries sees the daring adventurer become the full-blown warrior, who fights in honor for a good cause. The warrior has come a long way from the brigand who could not believe or trust in anything. His adventuring has shown him a wider world, and while he has seen its many trials and sorrows, he has also met brave souls trying their best to make it better. He decides that he is ready to become one of those brave souls, and he devotes himself to training for that job. Training is the first part of the warrior's path, and thus the warrior's moon. Fighting effectively is more than just running into the battle in blind wrath. The first demons that need to be subdued are the ones inside. And this is the lesson that the warrior must learn before he can pick up a sword. There is the demon of laziness. It's easier to skip over those little details or to ignore ambivalent truths in favor of writ large, easy to understand, sweeping generalizations, or to stay in bed that extra hour instead of getting up and running. There is the demon of pettiness, which chisels away at honor with its bitter little voice, telling the warrior how much better he ought to be treated, or how he isn't really understood, or how he ought to have to put up with all this hardship. There is the demon of impatience. I want to be on the front lines now. Never mind all this messing around with training and self-improvement. I'm sure that I could take the enemy now, no matter that he has 10 years more experience and twice the allies. And of course, there is the ever-present Mars demon of wrath. This will be the hardest one of all for the Aries warrior to wrestle down, and it is his greatest weakness. But any warrior who can be goaded into rage can be herded blindly into a fatal trap. These, more than any more specific skill, are the lessons that the warrior needs pounded into his head. After the training, there is the battle. Here is where courage shows its flag. The warrior must choose his cause carefully because he needs to be able to believe in it no matter how badly things go. The courage of Aries is based in his ideals. If you can't believe that it is a worthy goal, the battle is lost before it is begun. I am obsessed with that sentence. After his first battle, the warrior learns a potent truth. That if you have utter faith in the goal, it doesn't matter if you don't have complete faith in yourself to be the one to achieve it. Faith in the goal will pull you past your self-doubt. On the warrior's moon, we fight for what we believe in. This is a lone battle, and it is especially effective if we are fighting with no approval from others, and perhaps even in spite of their disapproval, although deliberately inducing disapproval is missing the point. Such battles need to be fought as if there is no audience, just the warrior and the enemy, and the innocents who must not be trampled, something that the warrior often forgets. The warrior's moon is also a time of grappling with the aforementioned demons and learning patience. It may be that the best use of this moon, if there are no external opportunities for fighting for a cause, is to choose one of those internal enemies to do battle with and dedicate the time to that lessening. People born under the warrior's moon need a cause that they can fight for with all of their heart. Remember that the moon is about emotions, and they must create room in their lives to make fighting for that cause into a spiritual quest. If they don't have a place to put their warrior energy, it will spurt out in aggressive, harmful ways that can ruin their relationships. If the rest of the chart is particularly introverted, that energy can turn inward and create health problems, nervous breakdowns, and nightmares. A warrior's moon person who frequently dreams about being besieged by enemies and losing dramatically should take this as a warning. You need to be fighting real battles in real life, either with your own internal demons or with external injustices, and preferably both. Warrior's moon people also tend to be combative in their personal relationships, and ideally they choose a partner who they can consider a comrade in arms, someone who can push back when they push forward, but always in a loving way. A partner who is bearing the brunt of their combative instincts needs to set good boundaries and redirect their warrior outward. There is plenty of injustice in the world that makes battles over the breakfast toast recede in importance. All right. So I hope that you guys stuck with me through that reading, but I'll just kind of give you like a brief little rundown. So basically the warrior's moon is about understanding that our emotions have purpose, okay? They have purpose and they have a goal. And the sooner that you can discover what battle it is that you need to fight, because our emotions, if they're not expressed correctly, can take the best of us, okay? They can absolutely take the best of us. They can take the best of our relationships. They can turn into demons, and they can translate and transmute into aggressive behavior and into various things. So we have almost all of us have demons that we either have to fight within ourselves. And so they listed a couple of those demons, whether it's laziness or pettiness or wrath or impatience. Okay, they listed 4, but there's so many different kinds of demons, okay? Or something that we need to fight outward, okay? And they definitely suggest like a fight for justice or fighting for a certain cause. And they mention it's the healthiest if you can fight both. Fight your inner demons and fight some external cause, okay? So with that being said, this full moon, I just feel like it's, this full moon is going to be in Aries. Halloween is right around the corner. And, what is this warrior energy trying to tell you, Capricorn? What demons do you need to fight? What demons do you need to fight internally, and what demons do you need to fight externally? What causes should you get involved in, okay? So this is the reading that we're going to do for you, and this is the special full moon and Halloween reading for you, okay? So we're going to find out, okay? And we're going to see exactly what it is that you are needing to fight, Capricorn. What cause, you know, are you needing to put your energy into? I also feel like this is a really, really great reading for you to check out your moon sign as well. So if you know, if you're a Capricorn rising or a Capricorn sun, but maybe you have like a Libra moon, maybe watch your Libra moon video, you know, because you could find some information there, since we're talking about the moon and we're talking about emotions here, okay? So this could be, you know, the cause that you are needing to fight, or the demon that you are needing to fight, especially if it's an internal demon, especially if it's something inside of you, could very much be connected to your emotions. Then you would probably want more information from your moon sign, okay? So I'm just letting you know, I watch other tarot readers on YouTube, and sometimes I watch Sagittarius videos, and sometimes I watch Scorpio videos, and sometimes I actually get, you know, a really good, some really good insight when I watch Scorpio videos, because it just kind of depends on what I'm going through, and it depends on like what my emotions are telling me. So you kind of have to just trust your instincts on this one, okay? But we're going to take a look, okay, either way. So if you're a Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising, we're going to take a look to see what battles it is that you are needing to face, okay, for the, you know, for the rest of October, from October 19th until the end of October, okay, until Halloween. And, you know, maybe Halloween will come around and all the spooks will come out, and you'll be able to, you know, kill your enemy, right? Whatever that might be. All right, so let's take a look here to see Capricorn. What battles is Capricorn needing to fight from October 19th until October 31st? All right, so we have the Four of Pentacles. Wow. So this is the sun in Capricorn. So this is your card, Capricorn, the sun in Capricorn, okay? So there's a really good possibility that maybe you need to fight like the demon of selfishness or like, you know, there is a really good possibility. This is what I'm getting. All right, I'm just going to be straight up with you that you maybe are a little bit too obsessed with your money, okay? You might be a little bit too obsessed with like getting more money, and like saving, you know, like you probably like to save as well. But it's like you think that it's never enough, or I just kind of get the feeling that this is something that could possibly or potentially get in the way of like of relationships or the things that you are really actually wanting in your life. It's like somehow you think that this is, you know, and it makes sense that this would be your greatest demon. It makes sense that this would be your greatest battle because it literally is who you are. This is the sun in Capricorn, okay? The Four of Pentacles. This is someone who's very like, they guard their financial wealth and their financial gains like it's the end of the world, you know, or they, you know, they guard their status and they guard that like someone is just going to come and like take it. You know, maybe you have had experiences in the past where like you lost money or, you know, you felt like you were being robbed of money or someone did take your money. And that is why like it's kind of being projected and spilled over into your current life. And that is why it's a demon now. Okay. So now it's kind of like a demon. So it's like if you want to evolve, if you want to grow past this, if you want to become more whole as a human being and actually integrate the other sides of you, because every single one of us has air energy, water energy, earth energy, and and fire energy. I'm missing my own energy. And it is important to integrate, okay? It's important to integrate all these different parts of ourselves, you know? And typically it is true that the one thing that we usually have to battle and fight is ourselves, right? Like it's the thing that we truly think is like the end all be all. We think that this is because it's like all you know, it's how you were born, it's what you were born into, and you think that this is the end all be all, and this is like just who you are. But I think like what it wants you to understand is that you're so much more than that. Like this is not all of who you are. There's so much more to you. And trust me, like I know like Capricorn energy, like, you know, is so devoted. There's so much more to you, Capricorn. There's so much more to you than just this like this view that people have of you, you know, or this like energy that you do kind of tend to show people, which is like maybe obsessed with work, or, you know, like a workaholic, or someone who's very like stingy with their money, or someone who just kind of like, you know, like puts the guard up when it comes to things like that. And I know that there's so much more to you than that. And there's really no reason why you or anybody has to live in that like stereotype, you know, all the time, but also to like show that you have other sides of you that are also important to you, and that are valuable, and that you do value other things aside from just like making money, and aside from just like working all the time. Okay. So, but that's up to you. You know, that could be a demon that you have to battle. Now we have the 9 of, I kind of knew that this was going to be an interesting tarot reading, but I didn't realize how interesting. So for your next card, you have the 9 of Pentacles, okay? So this is Venus in Virgo. And the 9 of Pentacles, again, it's just like the 9 of Pentacles is all about independence and abundance and like being able to provide for yourself so you can be independent, so you can have the things that you want, so you could have the luxuries that you want, so you could have the pet cat, the pet dog, the nice furniture, the nice TV, so you can go to like fancier restaurants, you can have the cool clothes, you know, so like you can just be that independent career woman or career man or career whatever, you know, like this is someone who can take care of themselves, can provide for themselves, independent, you know, just like bam. So, you know, I'm just saying, like, you know, that's just another pentacle energy. It's just, oh, my grandma texted me. Okay. You know, just kind of like, maybe like you need to like fight the need to like, why not depend on someone else for a change? Why not let yourself be guided towards like, you know, towards someone else? Why not let someone else like, you know, buy you dinner or like spoil you or, you know, kind of like give in to other kinds of temptation, not just material temptation, give in to other types of temptation that isn't just about the material realm, okay? So far what I'm seeing, Capricorn, is that these battles or these like demons, so to speak, are more like internal, okay? They could be seen as external, like fighting an external cause if you're thinking about it in reference to like you against the material world, like you against money or something like that. In that case, it is kind of like you're fighting the system, right? You're fighting like what you have been taught to want, what you have been taught that you think that you need, but you don't really need it. You know what I'm saying? Like you're taught that success and that, you know, having money and that having power and having social status is like really important. But maybe it's not, you know, so like maybe that's just something, maybe there are other things that are also important. I'm not saying it's not important, but maybe there are other things that are also important. So that is the question that's kind of coming up for you, is like, what, you know, what else is important to you? Okay, so we're going to pull another card over here. We have the Two of Swords, and this is exactly what I was saying. What else is important to you? I feel like this is like a question that you're needing to ask yourself. So we have the Two of Swords, and this is the Moon in Libra. This is about making a decision. This is about using your intuition, using your discretion, using discernment to really, like, you know, to close your eyes, to not be affected by money, to not be affected by material things around you, to the life that you have built for yourself and the status that you have created up until now, and to truly, and like blindfold yourself to all of these things, and to truly, truly ask yourself what's important to you. What cause, what demons do you need to fight? What causes do you feel are important? Where can you maybe channel this kind of money, this like maybe more selfish energy that you have inside yourself, or you just want to like collect and just keep it all to yourself? Where can you maybe channel that into something that's really valuable and worthwhile, and that can really make you feel like, I don't know, can really bring you to another level, especially in reference to how you view success and how you view your abundance and how you view your blessings. You know, you do work very hard, but it's like, how can maybe you give that back, or how can you like get involved? But it has to be, of course, something that you care about, you know? And I feel like this Two of Swords is kind of like forcing you to think. It's forcing you to go within yourself, and it's forcing you to use your intuition to go within and to really actually think like, what do I care about? You know, what else do I care about? What is important to me? What do I feel really passionately about or strongly about? Okay. So we're going to just keep it at those three cards for the Murder of Crows Tarot. And I just want to go a little bit deeper into each one of these cards by clarifying with the pagan cats. Okay, these are like itty bitty little cards that I've been wanting to use on my channel for a while, but like, I don't know, I just never got around to it, and I just feel like this is the perfect time because, I mean, they're pagan cats, and we're talking about the full moon and Halloween, and it's October. All right, so we're just going to go ahead. Oh, it looks like a card flipped out over here. So we're just going to go ahead and kind of like clarify, just to get a little deeper into the story, to dig a little bit deeper within yourself, and see what's going on here. I told you this was going to be a little bit of a longer video. Okay, so for the Four of Pentacles, you got the Five of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. For the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Three of Cups, Cancer energy. Sorry, I didn't say this was Aries energy, Virgo energy, and Scorpio. This is Cancer energy, Judgment, Pluto energy. And Five of Pentacles, Taurus energy. And for the Two of Swords, we have Death, which is Scorpio energy. We have the King of Wands, which is Leo energy. And we have the Ten of Swords, which is Gemini energy. Okay, very interesting. Okay, Capricorn. So for the Four of Pentacles, we have the Five of Cups, which is Scorpio, Mars, and Scorpio. So that represents loss, disappointment, regret. And then Eight of Pentacles is about working really, really hard. Okay. And the Two of Wands is new beginnings, Mars and Aries. So what I'm getting over here, Capricorn, is that in the recent past, there is a very good possibility that you were very, very disappointed from something. Okay, it could have been regarding a relationship. It could have been something that affected your financial stability. Okay, something happened. You lost someone or something, and this affected perhaps your, it could have been a loss of a job, okay? It could have been like maybe the coronavirus, you know, like, and so, and it took you a long time to start to work really, really hard, okay? So like once you got back on track, it's like you were working so hard to get back on track, and you finally like felt like you were starting up life again. You finally felt like you were back on your path, and you're like with the Two of Wands over here, like you finally started to feel invigorated once again with an idea or with some kind of creative project or with a job, okay? Because you worked really hard and you had gone through loss in the past, and this is probably why you are in this energy of wanting to hold on to your money, of wanting to like save, because you feel like you did lose it all, and now you're just like, you just recently got back on track. So it's like you're kind of like, okay, I feel like my selfishness is a little, it's like warranted. It's kind of like, it's okay if I feel this a little bit right now, okay? But you're still kind of looking out. You're still looking out into the future, and I can still see that there is a sense of openness in terms of like the path that you're going down. There is still a sense of like curiosity, and that like, even though you are putting your ideas and your business and your job like out into the world, and you are paving this new path for yourself, and you are saving your money, there is still this feeling of like who knows where the path is going to lead, you know what I mean? Like, let's see what happens, you know, like, but you're definitely enjoying the independence. Okay, so now moving on to the Nine of Pentacles card, which was the Venus in Virgo. We had the Three of Cups, which is Mercury in Cancer. We have Judgment, which is Pluto. And we have the Five of Pentacles, which is Mercury in Taurus. Okay. So what I'm getting over here is that like you are loving being able to go out and have fun again, like with your friends, okay? You're loving the fact that you're independent enough that you're able to take care of yourself and make money, and that you can be on your 2 feet and you can take care of yourself and provide for yourself, because you want to enjoy the pleasures of life. Like, you want to go out with your friends, you want to have fun, you want to go drinking, you want to indulge, you know, you want to like go eat good food, and you want to enjoy time spent with your friends, with your family, with the people closest to you. You also like being able to make other people feel like they don't have to worry about money, or they don't have to worry about it because you got it, you know, you got it. Like, you care about what other people think, especially with this Judgment card over here. Like, you care what other people think about you. You care about, like, to you, it is like a judgment, okay? It is like, you know, and you also feel like you're going to place harsh judgment upon yourself if you're not able to provide for yourself what you need, especially during this time, especially like coming into like fall and winter and things like that. Like, it is very, very important to you that not only can you, like, you do worry about like loss, okay? With the Five of Pentacles over here, like, I think that that's one of your biggest fears, in all honesty, Capricorn. I think that your biggest fear is like, the Five of Pentacles is a very sad card. Like, you know, your biggest fear is losing money, or like not having anything for yourself, but even worse, not having anything to give anyone else, okay? Or not being able to, like, you know, I feel like that is your biggest fear, okay? That could be something that you might want to look at. Obviously, nobody wants to be in that situation where they're homeless, or, you know, you could have been homeless in the past, and that could be why, and you overcame it. Or maybe you were like moving around from place to place, you know, but you do fear this, okay? And it is a judgment, and you do care what people think of you. You also care what you think of yourself, though, okay? You care about like what society, like how society is going to perceive you, okay? There is definitely a feeling of like kind of looking upon a higher image of yourself, and seeing that higher image of yourself, like, you know, like needing to live up to that. Now, for the final card, the Two of Swords, which is the Moon in Libra, you got the Death card, which is Scorpio. You got the King of Wands, which is Leo energy. And you got the Ten of Swords, which is Mars in Gemini. Okay. Now, an aspect to making a decision, the aspect of going within and really figuring out what it is you truly care about, what it is you would fight for, there is a transformation that needs to happen here, okay? There is kind of like something that needs to, like, you kind of need to undergo an ego death, okay? You need to kind of like almost like kill within you this whole idea that you have around like financial gain and so like everything that you think right now basically, and how you live your life and what you believe would have to kind of undergo a big transformation. It would kind of have to undergo like a death, almost like an ego death. It doesn't mean that things are going to die out there in the world. It doesn't mean you would lose your job, but it would be kind of like an ego death. This would be like an internal experience where you're facing your demons, and to see, like, so if you were to take yourself through that mentally, if you were to take yourself through a death, like let's say all of this ended, let's say everything that you have built them to not ended, how would you do things differently? What would you care about? Okay, and what I'm seeing over here is that you would not only come up as a leader, Capricorn, you would come up, King of Wands is Leo, like you would come back so strong, and you like, there is no ending that I think would not inspire you to get back up and get back out there and be like, I'm gonna, like go do this again. I think that you would definitely feel a lot of betrayal. Like, I feel like if everything did, for some reason in your life, come to a halt, come to an end, if everything was taken from you, I feel like the energy that you would come back with would be like, you would feel like somehow the universe just betrayed you, that everything and everyone around you just betrayed you, because then it's like, well, where were they? So like, if you did lose everything, do you think that the people that you have around you right now would be there to lift you back up? Or do you think that you would have to do it all by yourself? Do you think that the people who are around you right now would be there for you? That's a really good question to ask yourself. Would they be there for you? How does that change you as a person when you truly discover the answer to that question? So I'm seeing this coming up for you, which is the King of Wands. This is Leo energy, inspired, passionate, but also just like, like you are now willing to fight for something. If there is anybody, the warrior moon is an Aries moon. That's fire energy. If anybody is going to get up and fight for something and have that passion, it's going to be a fire sign. It's going to be a fire sign. So it's like, this transformation is like, it would inspire a fire in you. It would spark in you, like, it would be like almost instinct. It would be like almost instinct for you to get back up and get back on top. And you would get back on top. But you would get back on top with this like other kind of energy. It would be like this warrior kind of energy, the warrior moon, okay? Now, what I find interesting is that the Ten of Swords came out. So it's almost like you're about to fuck shit up. It's like if you came back from this death, it's almost like you're about to like fuck up people who left you hanging. You're about to, like, all the people who put those swords in your back, who betrayed you, who weren't there for you. Oh, you're coming for them. It's like you're coming for them. That is exactly the kind of energy that I'm getting there. It's like really wild, but really fun too, okay? So Capricorn, I really hope that you're enjoying this reading so far. I really hope that you're learning something from it and that you're able to gain some insight a little bit more into who you are, what you value, what it is that you really want out of life. And maybe like if, how you would approach things differently if you were given the chance. And also some actual like realistic ideas of, maybe personal demons that you do need to fight, and even external enemies maybe that you need to fight. There could be people around you who gossip about you, who talk about you, who, show one face to you in front of you, but behind your back, it's like a whole other story, you know, who wouldn't be there for you if you fell, who wouldn't be there for you if you didn't have that if you didn't have money, if you didn't have your independence, they wouldn't be around, okay? So that's definitely something to consider, and it's really, really good to think about things like that, and to think about who you're keeping in your circle, who you really want in your circle, and who's got to go. So I'm going to leave you with a final card from the Mausoleo. It's the Oracle of Souls. Okay, this is a really, really cool deck. And just to kind of like leave you with a final message to contemplate for October 19th through October 31st, Halloween. So this was the reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, full moon in Aries, the Warrior's Moon. Now let's see what we got here. Okay, so I pulled 𝚂𝚚𝚟𝚘𝚕𝚞, the Radiant Lord, Wisdom, Paternalism, and Kindness. Okay, very interesting. I'm very curious about what this is going to say, and then I'm going to leave you to it, Capricorn, and let you be on your way, okay? So this oracle is the Oracle of Souls. It's taken from mythology. It's taken from like folklore, stories from all around the world, okay? These characters exist in many different realms, okay? So 𝚂𝚚𝚟𝚘𝚕𝚞, a shining god of wisdom and kindness. 𝚂𝚚𝚟𝚘𝚘𝚗 and the court of the Elohim represent the inclination towards good in mortals and in Mausolea. As such, he is the balance of Abaddon, and he has the respect and awe of all, including the other gods. In 𝚂𝚚𝚟𝚘𝚘, find the beneficial aspects of the devoted father figure, a source to turn to when seeking the most correct and wisest course in any proposed action. So I really feel like this basically kind of like represents you. You know, I think that people have a lot of respect for you, Capricorn. You work hard. They go to you for guidance, for wisdom. I think you do carry this inner like radiance that just kind of exudes from you because you put so much hard work into everything that you do, and you build your success over time and through hard work. And people respect that, okay? And people really do go to you. There could be a question over here about your relationship with your father. There could be maybe you get wise guidance from your father, but there is something over here that perhaps has to do with the father. Maybe you're needing to, there could also be maybe some like, that could be part of the like internal conflict or something that you are needing to work out within yourself, or some demon that you're needing to fight, especially if your father was very strict on you. Perhaps they did kind of also were part of instilling a very strict method within you of like working very, very, very hard. And that could definitely be like a spiritual an energy that is present within you that you might need to battle as well. And this could also be part of that outside energy that you are needing to perhaps face up to and express your feelings to, perhaps like how they made you feel, like not good enough, like you always had to work hard to establish a certain kind of image for yourself. So Capricorn, this is the reading that I have for you. 47 minutes long. I don't think that's that bad. I feel like I actually watch a lot of tarot readers that have like videos between like 40 minutes and an hour, and sometimes I really enjoy those. So this is kind of a special full moon in Aries Halloween video. I really hope that this was able to be helpful for somebody out there. If you're new to my channel, I hope you subscribe, stick around, see what I have coming up next, and let me know what you thought. Give it a like, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Happy Halloween. Bye.